I'm Axel, I'm going to be your host today. I'm going to be presenting very soon our participants, but I want to really quick make an announcement. So I know we talked about the internship for Green Monké for a Budtender, and we were supposed to announce today, but we had some unforeseen event happening. So we will be announcing, don't worry, it's still happening. We're going to have a very, very amazing surprise for that Budtender, because honestly, I want to take that internship. That looks amazing. So we will announce that in a few weeks. Don't worry about it. It's just we had a unforeseen event happening, so we won't be able to announce it today. But do not worry. Tell your friend to connect for the next few sessions because it's going to be announced. And I think it's a really, really good internship to get. All right. And then I'm going to present myself. So I'm Axel. I'm going to be your host today. I'm one of the founders of Book Club and I'm based in Vancouver, BC. I have with me, we have, of course, Casey, the founder of Budtenders Association. Casey, if you want to present yourself.
Hi, everyone. So lovely to see you. Very excited for today's session. I'm not smoking or consuming because I'm on a tolerance break for a month. Challenging myself. I know.
Very challenging.
I'm like a week in and it's been tough, but so good to see everyone and really looking forward to this session.
Wow, all my support. I think all the chat is supporting you. We know also it's hard to stop even for a few weeks. So a month is a long time. Big respect, honestly. And then the next consumption is gonna be so amazing. Yeah, and then so we have Jen from Green Monké. Jen, I'm just gonna let you present yourself.
Hello everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Jen. You can call me JR. That's what my friends call me. And I'm from Green Monké, and I'm gonna drink a lot of different ones tonight because I'm really lucky because I have them all in my house. So we're just gonna drink a bunch of them, and I'm gonna even do some recipes tonight. So it's gonna be really fun.
Super exciting. I myself have tried most of the lineup, so big fan. And also, I'm going to announce that there's going to be a quiz at the end of that session, and we have some prize. Would you like to share the prize with us, Gia?
So whoever wins tonight, there's two prizes. One is a 12-pack of like the mix of all four drinks and some limited edition swag, which is kind of fun. And then our other one is we're having a big party in a VIP invite only cookies. So I think that some of you might know Green Monké is the producer for the cookies drinks in Canada. So we're their global beverage partner, and we're having a launch party, and that's going to be the whole new cookies line. So awesome flour, some great I think pre-rolls and even some vapes they're going to be. And so if you're living in Toronto, Tuesday, September 12th. Hopefully your tickets, one for you and a friend and your Uber ride there and back. So we'd love to see you. It's gonna be super fun.
And also for your information, we did the session with Green Monké and cookies 2 weeks ago. It's probably available on YouTube already. I'm not sure. I haven't checked. Yes, it's available on YouTube. So if you missed it, please go for it. We had London from Cookies is like the head of product development over there. That was a real blessing to have him, and very informative, very knowledgeable. So I highly recommend, if you have missed it, go check it out.
And we found out that he's the inspiration behind London Pound Cake. That was like.
And if I remember well, it's dropping in Ontario soon. But today we are here to talk about Green Monké, and we are here to talk about there is 2 new flavors coming, I believe. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna open the mic for you, Gia.
I'm going to share. This is me. I'm a co-founder of Green Monké and the chief marketing officer. So I was working with my husband's best friend actually at the cottage in we were like hanging out and we're like, we should make it edible. Like we should really get going on that. And he's like, yeah, like, but let's have a drink, like we need to stop drinking so much. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. So we met these guys. We were like starting a farm in Jamaica because Jamaica had just gone legal. And so we started this farm. It didn't go so well, but we met these really awesome guys from the UK that had this great drink. And if you guys remember in 2019, edibles were having a lot of challenges trying to get them to stay in the can and not end up as like zero. So we worked with them and their drink was so good. It was green and it just was so delicious. We're like, let's do that. So we licensed it, brought it over to Canada, put some THC in it, tried to launch it into 2021, couldn't. Because Canada, you guys work in this. So we launched in California instead in April of 2021. And so last year, I got to spend Green Monké's first birthday with Shay Coulee, who's a big fan and big supporter, which was like kind of a dream come true. Like that was she. For those of you who don't know Shay, she's was on RuPaul's Drag Race, and she's just like an awesome like friend and supporter, and it turned out to be a great, really cool thing. So anyway, from Sault Ste. Marie, and started a weed company with my good friend Pat, and now we have some delicious drinks that pretty proud of. But so now we're launching. This is like the really cool stuff that you guys don't get to hear about. Is that we're in the US. We also have a Delta 8 drink. So we can like sell it to almost everywhere in the US, which is really awesome. And it's kind of great. Like it's totally different. You guys, I'm sure know it's a bit of a different high. But it's a great alcohol alternative. Like if you don't want to drink Delta 8, it's great. And then CBD, that's where we started in the UK. And we have a drink on Amazon, which a lot of Americans, because they get legal weed, they like it. And then we have the whole lineup now in Canada, which is awesome. So we've got our 10 milligram that we just launched. So last year in 2022, we worked with this awesome like skateboarder who wanted to like bring people together and like get women and the LGBTQ community into skateboarding, because she felt like they wanted to like make it an highly inclusive environment. So we designed the can with them, and then launched it last year in California. Of course, Ontario and BC are like, oh no. So it took us a year to convince them to go for it. And so now we finally launched our first high dose drink, which is the 10 and 20. And so some of you may have tried it, but it did go out of stock really quickly in Ontario. And now we're back in stock in 1 week in Ontario. And I think we just went out of stock in BC, but we're going back. We'll be back next week too. So thank you to everyone who supported this drink, because it flew off the shelves, and it's everyone here who really made this possible. And then our other drink that you guys, I don't know if you know about this one. This is our pineapple coconut, and it is our first no sugar drink. So it's absolutely zero sugar, which we were hearing a lot of like people either like diabetics, keto user, like but just don't want to drink seltzers. So this one's, you can see it on the screen. It's a 3 and 6, so it's still low dose, but it's more that alcohol alternative that people can like have a few over the night. Like when we were talking to diabetics and keto friendly dieters, like they want to have a few drinks over the night to be kind of social. So this is that like social opportunity. It's like a skinny pina colada. It's when I was 2 summers ago trying to lose weight, drinking too much, created this drink. I had a pineapple Ciroc, the vodka, and I had a coconut liqueur, and I mixed them together, and I'm like, that's brilliant. So We worked on this and put it in a can, and I hope you love it too. And if in BC you want it, let's write Dion at BCLDB.
Yeah.
Text me. And then, mango guava and orange passion fruit, 2 solid drinks that get so much love from everybody. Like, thank you so much for supporting them. They are so delicious. It was so hard to develop these drinks. We had to do it in COVID. So there we were, like, with the drinks on the sidewalk, like everybody sitting around, 6 feet apart, trying them, getting kicked off the sidewalk because we weren't supposed to be there. Like, just trying to figure out like the best flavors for these drinks. And I tell you, it was like the best part of my job, but also really difficult to get these launched in the middle of a pandemic. But I think most of you probably know them. They're 3 milligrams THC, 6 CBD, 25 calories, 5 grams of sugar. So one of the things that you might not know about when it comes to drinks, so there's tons of sugar in a drink, and most of the sugar that's available on the general market is sifted through bones, animal bones. And so we make sure we buy sugar that has not been sifted through animal bones. And so you can always recommend this drink to a vegan who's actually like wondering, like, I'd like something sweet, but don't want to really strict vegans. And then gluten-free. My daughter and my best friend are celiacs. And so I wanted to make sure that we were absolutely golden. So there's a lot of lines that have like gluten on them. Anything that does beer, anything that does any sort of like hops or barley, it's a thing. So you can be totally great to give this to anyone. So why should anyone drink this drink? And I can see how, thank you, Lisa. Most sugar made in Canada is safe. Yes, you're right. You're right that it's not super hard to get sugar in Canada that's safe. You're absolutely right. In the US, a little harder.
So it's a common practice that I'm just discovering. I never heard that. It's a common practice to filter through the bones.
I know, it's gross, eh? It's really gross.
Interesting. Yeah, no, it's
so
learning every day.
Yeah, you learn something about the food system all the time. Like, there's all these gross things. But that's one of the things I think about our drink too, is that we work with a flavor house out of the US that has like some of the best, is probably one of the best flavor houses in the world. I think that's why our drinks taste so good. We have really high quality ingredients and really high quality people working to create these drinks.
Ask you, because I'm curious, because I've never tried that brand there, because I've tried the other ones like cookies and all these other kinds. So I'm wondering, what is the similarity or what is the difference that you could say is with your drinks? Like, you're tasting more of the flavor. Is it going to do the same as like cookies? Is it going to get you high as you're drinking it? I'm just wondering.
It's because of the 2-to-1 ratio. So we're very purposeful about putting in a 2-to-1 ratio. So with 10 milligrams, it does hit you. It hits you quickly, but it doesn't hit you like boom. Like, you really do have this like slow come on. It is a really sociable high. You don't get couch locked. Where for me, a 10 milligram, I will get couch locked if without the CBD. So what I find,
I'm just asking.
Yeah, it just does it for me to give that a little bit more of that ability to continue to be a part of the crew when everyone else is drinking. So that's kind of why we decided to do it this way. With cookies, drinks, I think they can still be very sociable, because 10 milligrams is probably, everyone on this call is probably like, no big deal. But yeah, thanks, Melania. I can smoke, but I can't drink. My liver.
I'm very much like you. I feel the 10 milligram right away. Whereas I can smoke weed all day, no problem at all. It's I like that, and it makes it social. When you are with drinkers around you, and they're gonna check cans on cans, and if you can also have a few cans and not like being like couch locked and passing out on the couch, that's a great option.
It's like a alcohol cannabis kind of high, Like, instead of drinking beer and chugging beer, you can just like chug a can.
Exactly.
And so when we started thinking about like, why would I want to try this over a beer? Like, why do I want to drink this instead? That's why we just took the sugar down, so that you're not like getting that major, like, when you drink like a bunch of like rum and cokes or something and you get like this massive hangover, and it's mostly the sugar. So, and when you're high, like you're thirsty, and so you drink more. So the dehydration and too much sugar is not a good combination, at least for me.
Appreciate the feedback. And hi, Jolene, how are you?
So I guess, so when we were talking, like today, I want to, like, sometimes it's kind of, I know that you guys have, when you're looking to figure out who's in the market for this kind of a drink, really it's, we're seeing a lot of people who are trying to get away from alcohol, and that's why they go into the store for the drinks. But that even then, it's really difficult to, for them to understand what's the right drink for them, because maybe they haven't had that much experience with. So this is a great one to kind of ease them in, go low and go slow, figure it out, see if this is what your dosage is. And the CBD is a nice cushion. So new to cannabis
And what would the price roughly be?
They're $5 a drink. The green one, the 10 milligram, I think is $6.99, 7 something in BC, $7.15 in BC. And then we get a lot of people say, like diabetics who are like they can't drink anymore, and now that's another great target.
Any cider in project?
No cider, but I am thinking about beer. I am starting to think about non-alcoholic beer and non-alcoholic wine. We're looking at some of those, and next summer, margaritas and mojitos, and some really neat flavors are going to be out next year. Kind of moving off the pina colada. So this is the part of the show that I hope you'll enjoy. This.
Are you gonna do a live cooking show?
A live cooking show. So what I like to do with my Green Monké, my orange passion fruit, glass of ice, and then I get this orange passion fruit, and I put so this is like when I'm really like, this is like I'm having girls over. I don't want to get drunk. I don't want to get super high, but I want to keep drinking with everyone. So I do a third of my glass with just the 3 ml. So now I'm going to drink like a couple of these over the night, but I'm going to be able to go drink for drink with everyone. And then I put some sparkling water in. So it's like a third of a can, a third of a can. And then the real exciting is this one right here. It's called Stapi. And so it's this Italian bitters. You can get it at like Longo's or anything like that. It's not, but you can, or online or something. You do a third of this, and it actually tastes like an Aperol Spritzy type thing. Ooh. Absolutely delicious. It's like 35 calories or something like that. No, I don't think the Stapi bitters are like patience. It's kind of like, there's another one called Gioia. There's a bunch of Italian bitters that are kind of an orange flavor. So this is an orange. Oh, and then I put my orange in. I'm telling you, this is one hell of a drink. Like this is like, so sometime I'm going to come into your store. I'm going to make these, and it's going to like honestly change your life.
It's the best pop-up you can do. It's amazing.
Right?
On a hot day, making cocktail, having a good time, getting little high. It's beautiful.
Just a little high, but like you can do that. Like you have a few over the night. Like you can have like 6, like, or whatever,
And even for us Budtender, like just at the store, you could like have your display of can and a few recipe next to it. I'm sure customer will love it.
Exactly that. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put these out so that people can make their own cocktails at home. It tastes amazing. It's not too sweet because of you put the sparkling water and you put the Stapi in, and it's awesome. It's my other drink. This one is more for, I would say, the boys. This one, though, this is what I make for my husband because he really, really likes it. So, and his tolerance is a little higher than mine, but I can actually have a couple of these. So that makes me, so third of a can again.
Is it like a gin tonic kind of vibe?
It is. So when we were in, and so I usually use the Zevia ones because they have no sugar and then I don't get a headache. And you'd think that I'd be skinny, but I'm not. But anyway, I did this. So when we were in the UK, this was how everybody drank their CBD on gin with tonic. So this, and then the tonic. Here's my salad. And it's like, and look how awesome the color is. Like,
that looks amazing.
The color is like a party. This is a party. You can't help. Like, you can't be too serious when you're drinking this. And it tastes great because it's got the tonic. The tonic also kind of gives it another little bit of a lift, and you could do it with full sugar if you like. No. Anyway, it's really good. Melania, I think it's really, my husband was drinking them all tonight because I was making them.
I know someone is gonna have a good time.
I'm gonna, dinner, bedtime's gonna be a little challenging, I think. Sorry, I have to put my kids to bed after.
I have to say, people love it in the chat. Everyone are like, they're enjoying it so much. I wasn't ready for that, but I love it. It's a great marketing idea. I have to say, you're not just selling a drink, you're selling that experience, that like social setting, that, hey, like you can go call your friend, hey, I grabbed this can, go grab the beater, go grab that, and let's make some cocktail together. It's amazing. It's great.
It is a really nice way to consume. I don't love having, warning labels all over things when I'm trying to have a nice time too. It's not necessarily the vibe that I'm going for. So putting it in a glass, a nice glass with some ice, really enjoying it the way it's supposed to be enjoyed. I think anybody who knows Green Monké knows that we had a lot of challenges with our production, and so we kind of broke up with our bad boyfriend and started and started our own line. And so we just partnered with a really wonderful brother-sister team out of Quebec. And we just started, our drinks just came off the line on Friday of last week. So, and the best part about it is that we now have totally recyclable packaging. We no longer sleeve anything. It's upon a printed can, which is really difficult for such a small organization like us to do. But I'm so proud you can put that can in and recycle it, and so this week, this next batch, guys, every can will be 100% recyclable.
And would you be able to go to the liquor store and bring that back?
It doesn't have a deposit. No.
Oh, it doesn't have a deposit.
No.
That would be that's the next, I think, step for that, because why can't we?
Why can't we get a deposit? Yeah, anyway. I actually think that there's going to be the opportunity to make that happen based on our talk with the Quebec government last week. So I think that it might actually happen. And we'll be launching in Quebec in October.
And congratulations. Quebec is a big market, and because I don't have much love in terms of, edibles and hash, I'm pretty sure that everything dropping there will be a big success.
Yeah, they don't have much to choose from.
Yes, exactly. Very, very true. That's.
So I guess the one other thing I wanted to leave you with was that when Pat and I started the company, we really felt like it's not right to make money on in this business and not give back. So 1% of all, and the reason, and I think what inspired us really was that, in the middle of the pandemic, both of us were suffering from anxiety and social isolation, and we were pretty down. And so we wanted to give back to mental health. And I know a lot of us come to cannabis because of our mental health, because maybe we have anxiety or depression, or it actually does affect all of us. And so 1%, so in our first year, we donated $5,000, and that was really we didn't even make any money, but we just donated $5,000 to the Halliburton mental health organization. We started the business in Halliburton, Ontario, because this is where we live. And we just wanted to give back then. And then last year we gave to the 519 in Toronto to support the LGBTQ community, who was really suffering at that time. And I think that still continues, like things are even getting harder as life just seems to be more and more challenging after the pandemic for all of us. Green Monké was meant to be, something to have a good time and bring people together. And so if you're not feeling well, you can't have a good time.
Thank you for sharing this information because for us, but behind the counter, there is a lot of people that ethically buy, and when they learn that, the company is actually giving some of the profit share for good causes, it's definitely a big, big sale.
California, we also supported a couple organizations, but wherever we are. So the goal will be, to do some more in BC and Saskatchewan too, now that we've got some relationships there.
Feel free to pop it in the chat or open your mic.
I don't think
all right. I think before
who do we have from BC tonight?
Oh, I saw some people from Victoria. I saw some people Vancouver. I have Melania right there.
Ah, nice.
Also, I believe some samples were sent away. If anyone want to grab the mic and give a bit of a feedback about the flavor, how they like the effect, everything, please, that's the perfect moment right now. If you're shy, feel free to write it in the chat. I will read it for you. I have someone, the pineapple coconut is fire. Earlier, I had some people, the mango guava, they were like, it's their go-to. I'm just scrolling up the chat. But I haven't seen anything negative about the flavor and the ratios. The mango guava is delicious, never been disappointed, yeah. Honestly, even me so far from like my customer feedback and everything, Green Monké has been very solid, never disappointed. Always new flavor, always innovative. Very, very good. The tropical citrus, and it was pretty tasty. Love the CBD. Natasha, thank you for sharing. Emily from Grassroots in Sudbury. We can't keep them in our fridge. So yeah, only good issues for you. Only very good issues.
Thanks, you guys. It makes me, I can't tell you how, I had no idea how much I would love working in the cannabis business as well as like creating drinks. It's like a kind of a dream come true, even though it was never a dream I ever thought. Because
Nice.
When you're a little girl, you don't think this is where you're going to end up. But I have to say, I'm really glad I did.
No, yeah, as a little girl, you cannot think I'm gonna make drink that's gonna make people high, That's beautiful. We have Kyle got mine this afternoon. I appreciate the heck out of the fact that there is very little zero distillate taste after, no aftertaste basically. Whereas like there is a lot of like people brand competitions that have that like bitterness. So definitely very good on the formulation. Congratulations. Pineapple, very good. Favorite drinks, Allison, right now. Can't stop selling this.
Everyone's always so shy on these burn and learns, and we need to start picking it up and let's do this, guys. Like, we're so proud to be Budtenders, and it's freaking awesome. So, you know what? I didn't get my samples either, and and that's okay because I knew I had one in my fridge, but I went to Pop's Cannabis in Liberty Village this afternoon because I wanted to have something to drink with my joint while I was hanging out with everyone today. So yeah, this lemonade, there is no aftertaste at all. Usually it's bitter. It has some sort of like tinny flavor in the background. Not at all. It's so smooth. I've already drank one can and I ran out of ice cubes, and I'm going to have the next one. And this is fantastic. If anyone out there, get this for your store. I'm sure people my age or any age will enjoy a refreshing lemonade.
Okay. I'm at work, but it's kind of slow. But after I tried the Georgia pie at the Kind Summer Fair, I brought it into our store. So it's like, all I have to say, it does taste like a peach pie, like no aftertaste. It's like, it's my go-to. And now we're out of stock. And I have one left.
And the proof is in the pudding, that's the proof that samples are very important. Showing the product to the budtenders are what's gonna make your product move and go on the store and being sold and being on the consumer hands. Proof is in the pudding once again. That's amazing. Anyone wants to share? Someone?
These are super cute, and I'm so thankful and so appreciative that I got the samples. I've tried these all. I'm a huge fan of everything. Like, I've tried them all. They sell out so well in our store, and it was so great to try them at Kind because we brought everything in.
Yes, I remember seeing you at Kind. Yeah, awesome. The straws are reusable. They're not necessarily dishwasher safe, but they are reusable. So,
can you remind us what do we win if we succeed?
A Green Monké 12-pack with some limited edition swag or 2 tickets to a VIP party with the Cookies team as well as the Green Monké team. We'll be serving drinks and serving joints and VIP gift bags worth $100 each of excellent new cookies product that's dropping in September.
I'm happy to try that Burner Butters. My homie told me it's dropping Monday. 3.5.
Yeah. What else is dropping? Beurre Blanc, and something. Oh, sorry, I'm missing it. But yeah, there's two new flour SKUs dropping.
And then they're bringing back the London pound cake.
Yeah, I don't think that's dropping till October now.
All right, we're going to launch the quiz. There are 3 questions, so very straightforward. We'll leave 2 minutes per question. Maybe that's a little bit too long. I'll let you know before the poll closes. Good luck to everyone. And we'll be announcing the winners post-session so that we can verify who scored 100%.
Where do you think that small percentage come from? Do you think it's more so just education, or do you think it's because of that limit of THC?
I think drinks really appeal to occasional users and non-users. And I can't tell you how many times I'll give somebody a drink and they'll be like, "Where did you buy this?" Like, at a cannabis dispensary. Like, what? Like, they don't it doesn't make sense to them that a drink that's kind of an alcohol alternative would be sold at a cannabis dispensary. And I can't help them with that. That just that's not logic.
It's
right?
the stigma, there is still that huge stigma around like drinking should be in a liquor store, and because it gets you intoxicating, and
yeah. So it's been funny. You see in the US, in California, we see people who like to drink, and they'll order it delivery to their house, but the delivery systems in Canada haven't been traditionally as good yet, but I think they've really improved in the last year. And Uber Eats is like doing cannabis now.
But to that point, there's Lit Research that has a research and development license or an R&D license that has like the regulated stuff.
Yes.
Really, but I was going to say something and then I lost my train of thought now.
I agree with you, Joanne. Lit is the kind of the first step. The only issue, it's still on that researching, meaning that you have to do the questionnaire, you have to fill your feedback, you have to report all those data. It's not a setting where you just come and sit with your friend and talk about like life and you drink. It's very different. It's still on that setting, or where you want Budtender because you need to have your setting, all your certificate and everything. It's
true. But then we're granted those opportunities because there's consumption lounges at the various events that occur. But then there's still limitations, right? Like to that, I believe, right? So
yeah, it feels more like work, like Emily says, still when you go to Lit, because you have to complete those forms and everything. So that's true.
JR, to your point of getting customers into the store in the first place, obviously extremely important, but there are a lot of cannabis consumers out there that are shopping for products. So I think there's still a massive opportunity for that upsell, introducing people to the category at the counter, point of sale. Have you tried a beverage yet? We've got this on special. And then once everyone drinks beverages, so if you smoke weed, you also drink. And so I think there's a massive opportunity there, and I'm not sure if that's an education issue or an investment opportunity for retailers to train their staff on upselling beverages, just like you'd upsell a pre-roll at point of sale. But I mean, hopefully we'll see the category growing because it is a huge opportunity to break the stigma in general around cannabis, to introduce that beverage line. And there's so many benefits.
It's for me the first step on breaking the stigma. I have so many like first-time consumer that don't really want to smoke, but don't want to wait 2 hours to get high from an edible, you know? So having half a drink that you can have in a busy setting and you feel the effect almost like in the 15 next minutes is a very good option. And then, yeah, that's the way to break the stigma because you have a safe first consumption. What creates the stigma is all those people that overdid it on the first time. And they were like, no, weed is not for me, it's too much. And when you can offer that safe first access, this is where you start really breaking that stigma.
I think one of the best things that people can do though is, like you were saying, Casey, is, try this. And then what we, a lot of what we see is like a recommend, like either like a daughter will recommend it to her mom, or like somebody will recommend it to a friend because they're like, you loved weed, but you had that one bad experience and try this, like go slow, go low. And because you always needed a friend to tell you, kind of to help you try it, because there is that barrier to trust when it comes to this industry. And I think it's always going to be there until we get more people who are comfortable. It's like alcohol, right? You didn't drink a 40 the first time you. It's not like alcohol, but there's some similarities we can take from that. It's just, you don't drink a 40 the first time you go drinking. You have a beer, and this is kind of that. This is the beer for you, but you don't have to drink beer.
Exactly. For example, we have Bess saying, "My mom hated the thought of cannabis, but now she loves drinks because it's drinking. It's a gesture we do every day or until we die, basically. So it's something that it's not like smoking, that it's a new like habit you're creating. It's something that you already have. So much easier to destigmatize just around that. You just have to drink.
Yeah, and I mean with the RTDs, ready to drink category, the exact dosage, so there's no worry about the dosage. Where when you're making, in California they've got awesome, liquors and stuff, like almost like a liqueur, and you drop a little bit in and you mix yourself a drink, and it's so sexy. But if you don't measure it, you might be in for a ride. So that's where I also think that this category is really great for people who want to get back in, or and also just for us thirsty humans who
exactly
want to keep their high going, but don't want to necessarily, something. It's a great add-on to your high to keep it kind of this way and not maintaining it.
If price is a barrier, because I remember when beverages first came out in the cannabis space, it was like, do I want to spend $8 on a can of drink? Mm-hmm. Or do I just want to, add another $2 and get a nice nug? Like personally.
That's very true.
It is very true. And I think until the category grows, I think we're not going to see the price the price can't come down until because it's expensive to put something in this can. I can't tell you, and then to ship it, because of that, I think that is also the reason why the market is so. We haven't seen that great growth because price isn't coming down.
Yeah, when we're gonna be able to see the same price range than beers, for example, where you can have like 12 cans for like $15 or something like that. That
yeah,
would be a big
like
difference,
until we get to the point where we're at the same price as like a White Claw.
Exactly. That's where you're gonna, I think, see a big boom in the category for sure.
I agree. Like you saw Baker and Ginger Street. Is it Baker? Did I get that right? The canopy drink, the Baker and Ginger Street.
Oh yes.
And last year they really brought that price down to like $3, and you saw that like really do well last summer.
Very
Even
true.
it may not have had the best taste to it. Like there wasn't anything really specifically amazing about it, but the price was so good.
I have to say that Canada market will always be price sensitive. It's something I've noticed when I moved here. Price is a very important factor of decision for the Canadian mindset. So yeah, something cheap will always be selling in Canada. That's a fact.
I totally agree.
GR, do you have any new flavor coming? Do you have maybe something different than a drink? Maybe like, those shots, like those mango puree or those things like this.
Would you guys like shots? Or we've also been looking at powders. Is there any? I mean, I've had. Oh, Melania says yes to powders. Okay. Oh, Joji.
Yeah, the powders would actually be like a game changer because my store, we just started selling the dissolvable flavorless powders, which are kind of hard to sell because there's like not really any, like it's just kind of like boring. But if you came out with like a flavored powder, like kind of like a Gatorade or something like very similar to that, game changer, would be so good, like amazing.
Okay. No, we've been looking at it in different jurisdictions, and we're like, Canada would be great because the shipping of it is,
less cost on your side.
Yeah, it's a big country. Yeah. And people in the Yukon need to get high too. It's hard to get high up there, man.
Yeah. So definitely
a lot of choice.
The powder, I do agree that the powder, it's very convenient, very easy to transport, and then you just need a couple, like especially if it's water soluble. If it's something that you can put in water and taste good, that's gonna be game changer for sure.
Melania, thank you for that. That's especially around the flavor idea, because I've been it's been in the back of my mind, but I haven't really.
Yeah, you remember SodaStream where they had like this like cola flavor and all of that? That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Axel. That's a great idea. Like people with a SodaStream could really stock up.
Yeah, exactly. Like kind of something that if you can do something that works with SodaStream, you could do a collab with them and have a line of like flavors. Yeah, people love the Gatorade idea, Melania. That might be something.
Yeah.
All right. If no one has anything to share, I'm just gonna close it off right now. Thank you, GR. That was an amazing session. Congratulations on the Quebec. Congratulations on all those lunch. It's definitely deserved. I don't know if anyone on that chat haven't tried the drinks, but highly recommend. It's definitely my go-to when my fridge is empty and I don't know what to do. I just go for a Green Monké all the time. Very, very good. Casey, thank you again for that session. That was amazing. Everyone, please check your email because there is some really awesome prize to get. So make sure to check your email in the next couple of days. And that's it for me. I'm just gonna leave a few seconds if someone wants to share a last thing. Otherwise, we're gonna say goodbye.
Thank you, JR. Thank you everyone for joining. Always such a pleasure to sesh with everyone. And we have quite a few more Burn and Learns coming up over the next few months, which we're going to be announcing very soon. And hope you'll be able to join those as well.
Awesome.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining for all across the country.